Alright, so I'm moving out of my apartment today. I'm leaving the city. I gotta finish getting my decorations off the walls and everything. Then wait for mom and dad to get here to help me get like my bed and everything out of here, but I'm headed back home and I guess we'll see where I go from there. I'm kind of sad. I loved living here. I loved being in the city. I loved being in Wrigleyville. I loved living with Sophia. I didn't really like school, but at the end of the day, I did really love ball because of the athletics. Being able to work with the athletics. To me, that was my college experience. I didn't care about the classes really. But being here in the city, coming to DePaul, it's definitely the best thing that could have happened for me. And I don't regret it at all. Even though it wasn't like the college experience that I wanted to have or that I thought I wanted to have leaving high school. But coming here to the city, it's changed a lot for me. In the best way possible. And I love it here, I really do. Some of my dreams came true here, and I don't think they would have came true anywhere else. So, I'm gonna miss it, but I'm gonna miss the stupid train going by every night when I'm trying to sleep. But for the past couple months now, I've been getting this feeling that it's time for me to go. It's time for me to move. So I think that's what I gotta do next, and I'm not sure when or where that'll be, but I think that's definitely my next big step. So I'll still be around, I'll still come back. Chicago's always gonna be home, you know. Got it tatted on me. But I love it here, I really do. I love Chicago. So almost a year ago, I moved home from my apartment in the city back to my parents' house. And I had this feeling that I wanted to leave, that I wanted to move. I just didn't really know where, how, or what I was gonna do. So I stayed. I got a job working with a social media marketing company, and I've been there for like 8 months-ish. But within the past maybe 3, I've been really thinking about wanting to go off on my own and to finally move. And I've been having the hardest time making up my mind about that. What I wanted to do, where I wanted to go, how I was gonna do it, just like a year ago. And it's been on my mind constantly. And today, July 1st, they fired me. And honestly, like, I feel like in 5-10 years from now, I'm gonna look back on today and say, this was the best day of my life. I no longer have to make that decision, and it was weighing on me. The decision was made for me, and like, I'm literally wearing a California shirt. I want to go to California. I want to move out there by the end of summer and see what I can do. Hey, September 1st, 2 months ago, I got let go from my job. Now in 2 days, I'm throwing my stuff in the car and I'm driving out to California. I'm literally just bringing my clothes, my camera equipment, and that's it. And I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but we're just gonna go chase the dream. So last year when I moved home, I made a mental note that I was giving myself a year, which is now, and then I had to do something. I had to make something happen. I had to get out of here. So now I'm going. And I'm gonna miss my friend Cleo. Shout out to Heather for having the best cat, because my cat sucks. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm also scared. When I think about it too much, I start to shit my pants. But I don't know. We'll see. You know. I'm gonna start making a lot more content, and yeah, we'll go from there. I started my own LLC, so we'll see what happens. You know, we're just gonna ball, man. My nickname is Balls for a reason, so we're just gonna go out there, we're gonna ball. We'll figure it out, yeah. But this is it. Goodbye, Mokina. Goodbye, New Lenox. Goodbye, home. Yo, what's up? We made it to California. We're in the backyard right now. It's nice out. Just got back from a run. It's pretty cool here, you know? Like, I just went for a run around the neighborhood, but it's so different from being at home because here you're just, like, running and then you see, like, a bunch of mountains in the background. Then you got this lake and there's, like, hills and stuff. So it's different, but it's cool. And I've been here for, like, a month now. I kind of have a job. Shout out Casey for these mics as well. He's letting me borrow his mics. But I'm kind of like freelancing, doing contract work through this guy who has a social media business. He helps businesses grow, I guess, through social media. He like runs ads and things, so I'm his videographer. I've been going on shoots and stuff for that. And then I'm trying to do my own thing as well. I've been sending emails out. I've been applying to jobs. I applied to like 10 today, I think. The other day, I think I sent, I don't know, maybe 20 emails. I need to do more, but, you know, at least it's a start. This is my first time doing it, so, you know, I think it's a good start, to be honest. But honestly, like I'm loving it here. I love it here. I went up to LA one day, met up with some friends, drove around. We drove through Beverly Hills. We went up to some like lookout spots, watched the sunset. And like I think LA is the place for me, and I've thought that for a long time. I've always said for like, I don't know, the past 10 years I've said that I wanted to move to California, but I think I've also said I've wanted to live in LA. And it just seems right, but like at the same time I was thinking, oh, like I don't know, because it's all like influencers and stuff like that, and I'm not really like that. Like, yeah, I like to make videos, and now I'm starting to get more in front of the camera more and things, but I'm not like get ready with me, let's go get matcha. Like, that's just not me. No. So, and like that's kind of like what LA is, which is funny because it's like I absolutely hate that, but I still want to live there. But I think it might just be like the other culture side of it where it's like everyone's kind of like chasing after something, and that's also me. And it's just, you know, there's a lot of creatives. I want to be around other creatives. Because it helps me grow myself if I'm around other creative people. So I am going to try and make my way up there. But for now, I'm here at Aunt Dottie's. Shout out Aunt Dottie, Uncle Mario. They've been great. I think they love having me here. They're funny. We've had some good laughs. I honestly can't get over that there's just like palm trees like in the backyard here. It's my favorite thing. Like I have a palm tree tattoo on me. I love palm trees. But honestly, like I've been going back and forth. Like I love it, but I'm kind of having a hard time just figuring out like what I need to do or what I should do, because I don't know how to run a business, you know? I have no idea what I'm doing, to be completely honest with you. And honestly, like most days, I would say I have a little breakdown and I just start to question everything. Like, is this worth it? Is everything that I've done up to this point, has it even mattered? Like, does it matter going forward? Like, am I good enough? Am I cut out for this? Can I even do it? And I get in my head a lot, which is something I need to overcome. But then today, my dad texted me and he was like, do you have a backup plan? Or like at what point am I gonna go and find just some like shit ass job at, I don't know, McDonald's or something? I wouldn't actually work at McDonald's. I mean, well, actually, maybe I heard they were like paying like $25 an hour or something, so not bad. But like I would hate working at McDonald's. But he's like, at what point like would I go and get another job so that I don't burn through my savings and end up having to move back home with $0 in my bank account? And he's like, you know, like, do you have a backup plan? And I just responded, no, I don't. I don't have a backup plan. Do I know what I'm doing? No, absolutely not. But this is it. There's plan A and there's no plan B. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Because when people ask me how I started photography or why I got into photography, it makes me think, right? And I've come to the conclusion, after being asked that so many times, I've realized that it's been a part of me my whole life. I just didn't realize it until I picked up a camera and actually started shooting and practicing and doing it. But like the creativity, it's been there this entire time. I would spend hours in our little playroom in our house after school just sitting there playing with like my little dolls, right? And I would just make everything up in my head. Like I would live in these other worlds. And that's also why like I loved movies so much, and I would rewatch the same ones over and over again because I loved like that world that it put me into. And I just feel like I don't have any other option. Like, to me, this isn't even, it's not a job for me. It's just who I am. And I can't have a plan B to who I am, because then it wouldn't be me. So I have to do it. The second that I texted my dad saying, no, I don't have a backup plan, I think that's the very second where I decided, my mind decided, and my heart decided that we are all in on this. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be able to succeed off of making my own art. Because I would die for this. Because picking up the camera saved my life in more than one ways. And it changed who I am and how I look at the world and how I see things. And I can't go back. I can't go back to how it was before I picked up a camera. And you might say, oh, well, maybe you just do it as a hobby and you find something else as a job. No. Because I will not work a day in my life. I will do the work. I will put in the work to get to where I need to be to succeed with my creativity. But to me, that's not work. And like I said, like videography, photography, that's not a job for me. It's who I am. If I don't create, sometimes I feel like this sounds so dramatic, but like sometimes I feel like I'm dying. I'll be locked up in my room, even sometimes like if I'm editing, but like I need to create. I believe that God created us to create. Like humans in ourselves, we are creators. So if I'm not creating, I'm just slowly dying. And I can't live that way. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. And sometimes I don't even know what it is. You know, I change my mind a lot. One day I want to be a sports videographer. The next I want to travel the world and be a travel filmmaker. I want to do both. I want to work with athletes. I want to work with brands. I want to be a skydive photographer. How sick would that be? First I need to go get my license, but guess what, Mom? There's a place like 20 minutes down the street that I can go do it, so watch out. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do it all. And I'm going to start posting, doing more of these videos, because I think it matters. I think this matters. Maybe I won't post them, but I want to make them, and maybe even like one day down the line I'll post it later. But I think it would be cool to have like an evolution, kind of like how this video is. But we're going to keep adding on. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. One last thing. This is for my future self. Just don't give up. Because if you don't quit, then you can't lose. So keep chasing the dream, because it matters. It matters.